Hi everyone, this is going to be a Discover Your Energetic Blocks reading. We're going to do 3 piles and we're going to discover what wound is in focus for you and what we need to know about it. So we're going to do 3, as I said, so take a little bit of time, pause the video and think of what number you want to pick to discover your energetic blocks. We're going to pick Sacred Woundings card, and then we're going to pair it up with another one, and then we're going to use the tarot to break it down. As you can see, guys, this is the last chance to book your spot on our monthly Zoom gathering. It is on Wednesday, and it is 3 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. GMT time. The link will be below, and you can get it on my Ko-fi shop. Okay, here we go. Pile 1, let's do yours. What have you got for my pile 1? A control wound. This will show up as a strong need to control people or situations stemming from a fear of vulnerability or unpredictability that often arises from past abandonment or betrayal, causing anxiety and perfectionism when things feel out of control. Individuals may struggle to trust others and seek to avoid emotional pain by micromanaging outcomes. Another thing that came to mind with me with that wound was people who have ADHD, people who have that compulsiveness to make sure everything's done properly. It's just when you're feeling like you've been let down, you just feel that you can't trust anybody, and you feel that you can't really trust yourself as well. So let's get the tarot here and break it down. Let's see what deck I want to use. Use this little deck, give it a little shuffle. Okay, let's go deeper. Get underneath this control wound for my pile 1. Okay, 3 cards. 3 cards. That's one thing out. Okay, so there's a feeling here of being very in and out with what it is you want in your life. Feeling like everything is fine, but it's not fine. You can see, as it says in that card, everything is fine. But does it look like everything's fine? No. So it feels to me like there may be a need to break a pattern of pretending everything is fine to understand why you're behaving the way that you are. Because when you're in control all the time, you're actually being very closing yourself off. You're actually building a parapet around you because you're actually living in fear. What we're going to do is get a tarot for underneath each one. King of Swords in reverse. He can't take action. You know, he's not in his power. He just feels fearful. And for everything is fine, the 10 of Swords, please. King of Cups again, 2 kings. So this is about your power. This is about, being in control of your emotions. The King of Cups in reverse isn't in control of his emotions. Male or female, there's no gender in tarot, by the way. Because they're kings is telling you that this is very important. This is something that you really need to look at. We're all seeking to up level all the time, But because these two kings came out in reverse, it tells me you really need to look deep into this. And because this is about safety and not being afraid. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this is being very in and out and wishy-washy and trying, but really not getting anywhere. Five of Swords in reverse. So this is coming out of battle, coming out of survival mode. There's a definite need to look at this, guys, look at it quite deeply. But that's where your stability lies. We have the Four of Wands in the upright there, so it's very important. Okay, we're going to pick another wound here that goes with this control wound, and we can make more sense of it that way. Which one have we got? Awakening challenges. Let me just read that out for you. So will show up as confusion, emotional upheaval, and a sense of being disconnected from your old life. It often stems from confronting deeper truths, shedding old beliefs, and navigating the discomfort of growth, leaving you to question who you are and what you truly desire. I'm not surprised to see that wound there, because with these two together, it's about your identity. It's about you feel a need to control these areas of your life because you don't really know who you are, and you're trying to awaken. Every time you try to, you just go back to the fear, and you just don't like the discomfort. So you just feel, well, if I control things and I do things my own way, then I'll not have to look at it. But like all of these wounds, the more you ignore them, the pattern is just going to keep repeating. Let's just get a few tarot for the awakening challenges. And let's see how we can make more sense with both wounds together. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, so that's lack of contentment. The Nine of Cups upright, that is your wish fulfillment. So there's lack of contentment in regards getting to what it is that you really want in your life, achieving your goals. And the Devil, because of this wound, basically. Give me another card for the Devil, please, just to clarify that for you. Yeah, you need to drop this burden. You need to drop this burden of control and loss of identity. This, as we say, stems into the past, stems into being let down in the past. And people can even go into childhood, but a lot of times it's just really when you have anxiety around people, trusting people, and you just feel, well, if I really control everything, if that obsessive compulsive disorder, this many people do, and they just think they can control it by controlling their environment, and not allowing others to do things because they can't do things as well as they can. If you resonate with that, if you have obsessive compulsive disorder, just listen to this very carefully, because if you really start to look into this and break down what it is and clear out the blockage, you can free yourself up from this. This is just something that has caused a lot of confusion in your psyche. Okay, so we will move on to pile 2. I will put the timestamps on these please. So let's see what we got. What is in focus for you, pile 2, and what do we need to know about it? What is in focus for pile 2? Solar plexus. This is where your power comes from, your solar plexus. This is your power center. This will show up as low self-esteem, lack of confidence, or difficulty making decisions, leaving you feeling powerless or stuck. It may manifest as procrastination, fear of failure, or struggles with setting boundaries and asserting yourself. So again, it's your power center. It's very important to be self-empowered if you want to grow and change and create everything that you want in your life. So let's just get a wee bit deeper onto it and let's see what the tarot tells us. Strength, Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse. So for you, pile 2, this is about really, it's interesting that the Strength card is here. Strength, the Lion, and the Strength card is all about your power. Look at yellow. Yellow is the colour of the solar plexus. Ace of Wands in reverse tells me you are lacking action in regards to facilitating choice. The Lovers in reverse is choice, lack of choices. So what you're doing is keeping yourself small. That's what they're telling me. Let's get some more tarot for underneath each one. Interesting. So 9 of Cups in reverse is not having your wish fulfillment. It's just being very dissatisfied with where you're at. King of Pentacles in reverse, he's very ungrounded. He's not in control of his finances, and he's a bit slap happy, as we say here in Ireland, about things. He's not good at making plans and making himself feel secure and taking charge of that all important thing in life that we all need to do, to feel stable. And he's feeling very on his own and isolated with that Hermit in reverse. So there's a feeling here of having to go down deep into what actually makes you happy. We need to get another single point being close that, and then we'll get to the actual outcome. Bad gossip and slander. Let's break that out for you. Will show up as feelings of betrayal, hurt, or insecurity, often accompanied by a loss of trust in others. There's that all-important trust again. It may manifest the fear of being misunderstood or judged, leading to isolation or difficulty in forming genuine connections. Well, there's that isolation, the Hermit in reverse. So if you're feeling out of your power, if you're feeling like you just don't know what you want even, and you're feeling quite powerless with that King of Pentacles there, you feel like people are talking about you, maybe have a bit of a victim kind of mindset. You feel like people are against you, and you maybe go into comparisons and feel, why do certain people have this and I don't? I'm worthy of this. But we're going to go further with the tarot and see what the tarot says. We're going to ask how you can actually help yourself remove these wounds. Eight of Pentacles is really looking at your money, looking at what you're doing in life. Eight of Pentacles is a card of working hard to achieve your goals. You see her sitting there at her desk and she's working away on her money. She's working away on her project or what it is that she's doing, her work. But she's diligent and she's going to achieve her goals. The magician gets things done. He creates magic and he has his power. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is about where there has been unable, maybe you're an overgiver, because the Six of Pentacles in reverse tells me that there hasn't been quality in regards to your money. And what I'm feeling is you're inclined to overgive. Pile 2, you're inclined to not put yourself first. And if you continue to do that, you will feel like you're diminishing yourself. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So she's definitely not putting herself first, and she's not feeling very secure at all. So they want you to really manifest with that Magician and transform all of this. And the Magician is also about communication. So they want you to communicate your needs and start putting yourself first. If you come for an energetic blocks clearing with me, what I'll do is go down and give downloads. I just tune into your energy and clear out whatever comes up when I start the video, and whatever comes up with you for your personal reading, and I can easily go in with the video recording and clear out these blocks for you. It's something that I do. It's one of my main gifts, clearing energy. So if that calls to any of you guys, please do give it some thought, because these things, they just really keep you in a loop, and they just keep you stuck. And if you really want to start manifesting and start creating the life that you really deserve, they need to be looked at and they need to be addressed. And it's usually just wee tweaks here and there and removing some self-limiting beliefs. And this can all be done so quickly now with this new energy that we're in. Okay, so let's go on to pile 3. Okay, so tell me what wound is in focus for you, pile 3. And what do we need to know about it? Two of them come out together for you, pile 3. So we have narcissistic abuse. I think everybody knows what that is. And we have the despair wound that has come out with it. I'll just read this out for you. It'll show up cycles of manipulation, control, and devaluation, leading to self-doubt, confusion, and diminished self-worth. It often stems from the abuser's deep insecurity and need for power, creating a dynamic that blocks genuine love, trust, and mutual respect. Of course, this can lead to despair. You feel like you're never going to be able to break free. You feel like there's no end to this. You feel you're being diminished. You show up as a sense of hopelessness, deep sadness, or feeling of stuck in a cycle or suffering. May manifest as an inability to find joy or purpose, a persistent feeling of emptiness, or a belief that change is impossible, often rooted in unresolved emotional pain or trauma. So this is the biggie one, guys. If you relate to being in a relationship with a narcissist, perhaps you don't even know what narcissist means. A lot of people don't even realise that they're in a narcissistic relationship. But this is going to help you understand if you're feeling this way, the way that I've read out these cards, you are the receiver of narcissistic abuse. So let's get your 3 cards. King of Swords, 10 of Swords in reverse, and the Magician. It's time for you to articulate your feelings about something that has ended, but is still something that you haven't moved on from. So for you, pile 3, some of you have realised that you have been in a narcissistic relationship, but it still needs to be processed, okay? And that's where the Magician comes in, because the Magician is all about transformation, transmutation, and communication. So let's get cards for the despair wound, please. 3 of Wands in reverse. So that's delays and moving forward. Justice. That's injustice. Lack of fairness. And the 5 of Swords. So that's feeling like you're unable to move forward, to find basically the balance, and you're just battling in your head all the time, is what they're telling me. 5 3 with this, and you're just feeling you don't really know where to go, and you feel like you're going to attract the same kind of situations again and again. And I'm not surprised that they're telling me that, because unless you address the wounds of narcissistic abuse and despair, you will attract the same people to you. It's like all of these wounds, until they are properly processed and the belief systems are replaced with the positive belief systems and the belief systems that are true to your worth, people will come forward until you finally get the lesson. But if you deal with them and understand your worth, and understand that when you create a vibrational match, to the person who is of your worth. What you're giving out is what you're getting back. So for you, pile three, it's very important for you to address this. For a lot of you, you are in a place of okay, it happened, and you're hopeful. With that magician, it's making me feel that a lot of you are hopeful, but I'm going to pull a card now to ask what it is that you need to do in order to actually make the change. A beginning to make the change. Well, that one flew out. So Archangel Gabriel has come out and inspiration. Be inspired. Perhaps listening to this video is enough inspiration for you to say, right, I'm going to take action and I'm going to get an energetic block session with Deborah, or I'm going to go and journal, I'm going to walk, I'm going to record myself, I'm going to actually listen to myself to clear your energy that way. Some of you need the help of someone else to help you do it. Anything that's going to bring your emotions up and bring that release, that's what's going to help you. So be inspired and have empathy for yourself. Archangel Raphael at the bottom of the deck there, and he's all about healing and being gentle with yourself and understanding that nothing is your fault. There's no blame and there's no shame here. So guys, that's what I've got for you. Thanks so much for listening. Please, if you feel inclined, sign up for our group gathering on Wednesday. We have some great crack. We share our stories and we get that all important support. And if you're feeling any of these things, everybody just shares what you're feeling. I also give healing as well. If I feel called to on the call, people bring their oracle cards, their dowsing rods, and we all just share. And last week we had lots of magical stuff happening after the call, so then we can back and we can talk to each other about that. And it's a good way to make friends and to build community. So all that being said, thank you again for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.